beliefs from the past, traditional drumming and dancing, or else culture is seen simply as artifacts like marks, bracelets, and so on. This erroneously has tended to represent the fundamental attitude and character of culture and its expressions, and that is why culture is very much seen on the peripheral to development policy. I can't say with confidence and optimism that we are getting there. From trends in the gaps in development policy, we are now reversing the fortunes of culture in the Ghana Shared Growth and Development Agenda. Our objective in the culture and creative sector is to pursue policies and actions geared towards the restoration of our national culture and making the critical paradigm shift for the recognition of the important place of culture and the creative economy in national development orientation. In furtherance of this, His Excellency the President has directed that we encourage partnerships between government, traditional authorities, and other civil society actors and the private sector in the development of culture and the creative arts and its industries. The Ghana Shared Growth and Development Agenda 2014 to 2017, which is the key overarching development policy document for the country, focuses on the necessity to develop a competitive creative arts industry in Ghana. And Adinkra, as you know, is very key to the creative industries. And we've heard some evidence of that from the Honorable Member of Parliament. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to state that the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts has realigned to ensure that we mainstream culture in all aspects of our national life. We therefore wish to see the cooperation of all the stakeholders, publics, including the traditional authorities, in asserting our heritage and identity as a people and optimizing our contribution to the cultural sector to the national economy. To conclude, permit me to congratulate once again Adinkra Dr. Frem Brimpon III, or Mahini of the Suma traditional area, and the generality of the people on the occasion of the maiden Adinkra lecture. I thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dake. So there's no doubt if I say this man is a gem, and he is indeed the chairman of the National Tourism Authority. Nananom penifo Aisha, Botaya, Amayesha, they say Ibra, or him Pong Adinkra. Yeah, we did the grassem was or so die, not the barriers and then Ghana and Africa in ID, that's what why. Sanya, Ibra and Pikai, of course, South Africa, Ghana, the grassem was a dear opportunity of me. The summer and anonymous penifo came. Yabeshimono na ya hwa ni bibia daach mi no na ye hwehwe kira kwan kra ye nti nana man hene ahyeda ye calendar sonko ya sama okaye kwan ye fa so a Adinkra symbols e baaye ene edin ahodo a deda so ne na se kire waye no brofo ene French na ne tell say ya ka German kingdom a be fishia halunie na bibia no ayefa no Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. Now him one that German kingdom na no. About say French for any British for any a share that to yen them no. German no odi Côte d'Ivoire. And an addition be so a car a fan I fan say a fan of Ghana. The moment I never say abrofo e de e be share that to asase so. The moment de the fa share and to. Enti ade any kay say na ye share we say na na ye Adinkra calendar ya ode ebe tudwa na ye betumi aye de hye na na Adinkra enimonyam ni so obi a wo ha bia obenya calendar bi na ode akofie na wo ma ana hoho besrawa e peje ye ni a you say Adinkra sembo aya kan wasema aka e free ba bia say e free Africa e free Ghana e free Germany e some brave and our calendar so na me abi hu ye no free chi ho ye enti calendar no aye ready wa ha Yeba have launching. Now launching of this current calendar, we say very historic. So they had actually had a canvas map. We have to make us say, and now you launch the calendar in the crowd. me na me ho no me to baako sei anase me ntwa bo bia no so ɛyɛ na sɛ wokɔ baabi ne yɛka nananom a twam kɔ no bi mu asɛm a te sɛ nana yɛ asam toa de no ma ɔyɛ ɛne adeɛ a wotoɔ no ma na ɔse ankyew ɛberɛ so sɛ ɛyɛ bi ma nana Adinkra nti yɛwɔ Adinkra calendar a yɛba abɛlɔnkye na nea yɛba bɛyɛ ne kala no calendar no yɛdi kan paa no yɛde bɛhyɛ ɔmanhene no ankasa nsɛm nti wohwɛ wo a wopɛ sɛ wotumi hyɛ nananim Adinkra nimonyam woka sika baahwɛ a ɛsom ho yie paa sɛbi ɛnyɛ ɔhenketewa bi ɛne ɛhyɛ n'animonyam ɛna ɛnyɛ obiara keke ne kra no na n'amanhene ɔde ne ho ankasa ne kra no nti wokwa no wakɔ akɔgye sɛ Adinkra calendar yi a yɛdi kan ɛnɛ mmegyira asom metɔn sidi du anaasɛ srɛko na mfoni atwitwa wo daakye bi no yɛka abakɔsɛm a na aba mu nti yɛdi kan no yɛkɔyi yɛde ahyɛ yɛwura nsɛm na yɛahwɛ nea wobɛyɛ saa abakɔsɛm yi sɛ wobɛkɔ akɔgye na afei wɔtua sika a som bo yie sɛbi ɛnyɛ calendar no ɛna wɔtɔ kɛkɛ na mmom nsɛm ɛne abakɔsɛm ne dwumadi a ɛno nti yɛwɔ ha yi ɛno nti na saa calendar fɛfɛɛfɛ yi yɛ a nɔɔma ɛwɔ so no deɛ sɛ wɔahyɛ sɛ w'ani bɔ so ansa nti ɛme ahohoahoa asɛm de kɔakɔhyɛ yɛwura ɔmahene nsɛm na yɛahwɛ nea ɔbɛba abɛgye calendar. Launching of Adinkra calendar. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad to inform you that the first copy of the Adinkra calendar is going to be bought by no other person than our own Lady Vice Chancellor of the University of Energy and Natural Resources. You know how much? 2,000 Ghana cedis. Professor will go to Nana and then take it and then we will capture it and frame this picture. Next year when we are having this lecture, the picture will be displayed up here. Adinkra calendar, first copy, 2,000 Ghana cedis. So beautiful. So beautiful. That's great. The calendar has been launched. So what we want to do in the next 8 minutes is you come and pick your copy and you tell us how much you are buying it. We are not doing it beyond 8 minutes. It's such a beautiful calendar. This is the picture of the Bono Hene, Jama Hene in the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire, and Odeno, the Suma Hene. And then we have some symbols of Adinkra, their names and meaning, and then the history of Adinkra symbols in English and French. Professor Kayano, I told you there 2,000 Ghana cedis. If I'm a child, why did you wait? Thank you, Honorable DC. We have 5 minutes to finish the sale of the calendar. 5 minutes, Adinkra calendar. The very first Adinkra calendar. Adinkra calendar. Who is coming? We have Nana Kukudabi, Abu Sahene of Suma Traditional Council, buying a couple for 1,000 Ghana cedis. Nana, thank you so much. Linda, Nana has bought 1,000 Ghana cedis. It's a very historic moment we are witnessing. We are selling only these ones, and then you close the record. Adinkra calendar. Adinkra calendar. Adinkra calendar. Is someone coming? The next 20 seconds, I'll close this docket. Adinkra calendar. Seems someone is coming. walking majestically towards me. I'm told by Nana Omahini that if we are talking of people who have Suma so much at heart, it is this gentleman who resides in the United States of America. Oh, great man, thank you so much. He has bought one for 100 Ghana cedis. This is when you go back to America, show it to them, they will know that we have a great history and culture. 100 Ghana cedis from Mr. Afram. Right. So, Nana has whispered into my ears that everybody must get a copy. So he will reduce it to only 10 Ghana cedis. So the Vice Chancellor again is buying 5 copies for her library. 5 copies. So the heads of institutions here, individuals, everybody. Mr. Atta Techami Abiam, he has also bought one for 100 Ghana cedis. It will go into the record. Thank you so much. You see, that is why I feel so proud being here this evening. Nanano, the Queen of Tra and the Queen of Odumasi #1, they are buying the copies, 1 copy each for 100 Ghana cedis. Nanano, we are so grateful. Oh, Nana, I am so proud to be here. Nana is buying one for 50 Ghana cedis. Oh, Nana Sabufo, thank you so much. We are going to listen to a very great orator, a former regional minister for Brahafo, a former minister of youth and sports. During his time as minister of sports, Ghana chalked so many successes. We won many great cups of international value. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we invite onto the stage to speak for only 10 minutes. Honorable Dr. Kwame Sarah Mensah.
Most Reverend Robert Abwadi Mensah, who happened to be my classmate at Broadway College from 1 to 5. Our distinguished chairman, Ordinary Dr. Afram Rempong Suma, the regional minister is gone, distinguished speakers, our distinguished member of the Council of State, former Minister Ajay Dako, past and present MPs and MCs, Nanano fellow students. May I take this opportunity to congratulate Ordinary Dr. Afram Rempong III for the initiative in honoring the ingenuity and creativity of one of the most charismatic and inspirational leaders of our forefathers, King Kwajo Adinkra. It has been established that King Adinkra was king of Germany in about 1800, and that he reigned from about 1800 to 1818. He has been variously described as a very powerful and proud ruler, deemed to have created a philosophical Adinkra symbol. I believe the event that we are having tonight will give inspiration to present generation and those not yet unborn. Obviously, the event will add to the history of Ghana, such as in future, no one could lay claim to the originality of the symbols or to attribute it to any other person. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the official brochure commemorating Bono Ahafo at 50, Sunyani's layout was attributed to a regional administrative officer who was posted to the region after the 1966 coup d'etat. Is it possible? Obviously, Sunyani existed before 1966. Before 1966, we have streets in Sunyani named as Fair Avenue, Neem Avenue, and who named them? If we, those of us living, do not correct this and other erroneous impressions printed in the official brochure, they shall become the genesis for the history of Sunyani and Bono Ahafo. The street in front of the former catering rest house has been named after Mr. B.K. Otu, who happened to be the regional administrative officer, and I don't have any qualms about that. Because he was an inspiration in uplifting the image of Sunyani. I believe all of us know where the Zenith Bank is, opposite NIB. It was the rubbish dump of Sunyani, and all the public toilets in Sunyani were sited there. So you can imagine the stench you meet when you get to Sunyani. It was Mr. Otu who removed that rubbish, and I think we thank him for that. But that does not mean that he planned the layout of Sunyani. So if we are correcting history, we have to write the facts. History should be what has happened. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have been a regional minister of Bono Ahafo. I have been Ghana's High Commissioner to India. I have been Minister for Youth and Sports. I have been Chairman of the Board of Directors of Electricity Company of Ghana. And at the moment, I'm the Chairman of the University Council of Cape Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Wow. And yet, when Bono Ahafo was having the anniversary, Bono Ahafo at 50, I was not invited. Even though I was staying opposite the residency. I believe a number of dignitaries from Bono Ahafo were not invited. And Most Reverend Abuaji Mensa, I am sure, is one of them. He was also invited. Yes. And he comes from Chira. Professor Amiya Asabri, he was then the Vice Chancellor of University of Winnipeg. He was not invited. A number of prominent citizens from Bono Ahafo were not invited, merely because people are looking at our faces and saying that, yes, this is an official function. We are organizing. You should come. You should come. That is not how we have to run our country. I believe we have to give recognition. And that's the more reason why I stand here to give praise to Nana for ensuring that no other person takes credence for what Nana Adinkra did for this country. When you are about to make a speech and they reduce your time more than 500%, then you have to be very careful. Otherwise, it will mean that most reverend will not pray for you. It is often quoted that a nation that fails to honor its heroes is not worth dying for. Obviously, by honoring our heroes and heroines, we are telling the youth that their contribution to the development of the nation will be appreciated. And this will ginger them to do the best they can for posterity. One would ask that what are some of the key contributions from Brown to national development? After a protracted agitation spearheaded by a number of chiefs from the region under the banner of the Bron Champion Federation, which later changed to Bron Champion Council, and supported by the youth, an act of parliament came into effect on the 4th of April 1959, and that created the Bron Ahafo region. Nananum Yamipasami can say, Bron Ahafo, dear Nananum Coin, Ansani Yadimaye, and Yavidia, a Yafano Watra. Samre no ne yɛ susa yɛhunku a nananom kɔɛ enti yɛhyia ha anwummere a yɛbɔ mmɔden sɛ yɛbɛkae nananom nana kufia no yɛ takyimahene nana gyebambadu odi kae dɔmahene nana fɔsogyiafoɔ ɔtɔ so mmienu mekyem nana bosea gyina ntwi torɔbo nana kwame akyeman abɛase Nana ya Afripon, Kuku, Nana Kosia Prem, Tomasi, Nana Tumahini. What would that story in our casa, ye pep, Fahudi? Nadiaba said, Nagana, Fahudi 1956, and I raised a bankas of the Maya. And a Bron Champion Federation, the attack of Kobo. Ana ọmanu yẹ putuputuputu eti egresi aban kan sẹ fahunye de na fama ni ato aba 1954 ama anka wọn ni fahunye no ma yẹ 1956 na bra saa sẹbi ni kọọfù no de aban no kan yẹ no sẹ buroni aban kan yẹ no sẹ efie mienu ọdẹ ma yẹ yẹn to aba foforọ. No one who said, Abai, no one said now all can do one and no thing is I to about for 1956. And San Ghana young family 1957. Now we have one. Bravo. Count and a family about 1957. And no thing yet, 4th of April 1959. Na safa ahudie na yenyae ankofa hweyama edi suku aba suku die sofu panini ye ko secondary school 1960 na bula bunyina suku ba kbele wa doma secondary school and so na nya bandia dewo doma 1960 na Kwame Nkrumah said Ghana Educational Trust Schools obesi osi achirensia sunyane deba first sunya secondary school 1960 September ya santuwa ba January Biniba secondary school Techiman ne keka ho nyina school dan dia obehuna except sunyane secondary school dia no Techiman ne keka ho na chese Ghana Educational Trust na sa school na ba na dozu enti ye kono Nankola every private college ni boku are ni achimota next what ndina minister of the school koya ngebi akayeto dia kosu na samre no na sunya nyina na pim dia commercial bank da ngo ni efrano ye frano kabe sunya kabe na sunya pim na process for that na isi wono CPP headquarters, CPP 4, and a Boja or correlation part. None of them, that's the kind of Cocoa bottle, and over this kind of Guru, I didn't see that. Then this is the school by and a banji and the man principle. Empty, Sunyana, kitty, Yanya, Yeno, and a ma, Sunyan tray. Sunyan, tell you what I did to the color and I. And then your point function in one way, Unya Pango. Enti, Bravo, Ayebi, Amagana. Now, a bini said, Upa, and Yamabia, a woman should have been before at the end of the young Professor Ben, any woman you can. Now, agodie so a yɛwɔ baba yara agyemagyawu kwasi ɔwusu mensa hwahwan kunadu wɔmo nyinaa boa Ghana na aduane so deɛ wonim sɛ woamma bonaafo a Ghana kɔmbɛdeɛ mekae 1982 na meyɛ regional secretary na sogyafoɔ wɔmo de kaa baa ha no mabɛfa aduane no na wɔmo de kɔ kwa yɛntua ɛna meyɛ mmara wɔ ademu sɛ obiara ɔbɛba bonaafo abɛfa aduane no gye sɛ wɔnya krataa fi district assembly na Ghanafoɔ no afei wɔmotwa adwaadwo wɔ kase sɛ bonafoɔ sɛ wɔbɛma wɔma aduane bio na na sɛ wohwɛ mu a bosom nsia na bonafo nya petrol 1 gallon meda sɛ mekae enti mesrɛ mu nea meka mɛda kɔsi aa ne sɛ yɛbɛyɛ dɛn na yɛakɔ yɛnim sɛ bonafo bɛkɔ n'anim a gye sɛ yɛgyae sɛ megyina ha na ɛgyina ha honorable MP menim sɛ nnɛ mo wɔ mi wɔ parliament a na menim mente sɛ moyɛ bonafo caucus MP foɔ wɔ bɛfiri bonafo wɔ parliament ayɛ meeting da bia mohyia NDC foɔ ɛna NPP yɛsɛ mogyae saa na afei deɛ mohyia sɛ bonafo na monka bonafo asɛm afei deɛ mepɛ sɛ mesrɛ bio nananom ansa na mɛtena ase no nea mɛsrɛ aka akyerɛ mu ara ne sɛ mo na mokɔfa bonafo baeɛ mo na mogyee bonafo sii hɔ ɛnnɛ yɛntena hɔ ɛmma bonafo sɛ mo deɛ moka a obi antimi kye mo enti mommɔ mmɔden na monka yɛ nsɛm ma yɛ meda mo ase.
No, thank you so much. Nananom obi de sɛ Dr. Sarah Mensah ɛkasa a menya kaya shasa no pa na kalibre ne da so tio no sasa nsɛm na ɔkene na ɛpɔ ɛwɔ mu aba wɔ mu emu odu ɛba bro hafo ne Ghana yɛ history a papa yi de mo de dɔk ɛmi yɛ yie sɛ mam wa kasa sɛ ne yɛ hwɛ eti mani agye yie sɛ baabi wɔ hɔ nom aka yɛ kɔ yɛ ayɛ bɔ na 30 minutes abɛhwɛ na adɛm hɔ nom nyinaa nipa no kɔ mate sɛ dan wɔ nipa ɛfa no wode madi mani mbu a ɛgu sɛ ɔkan deɛ no nipa ɛwɔ ɛdɔɔso yie na madaroma ɛbɛkɔ abakɔsɛ mu dwumadi a yɛdi afahyɛ yɛ wɔ akwakuo bi ne nnwuma bi a wɔn aso yɛ ase baako ne Nestle Ghana wɔn de Milo drink kama paa abɛsi akyi yɛ a mmerɛ no kɔ no bɛhyɛ da ahwɛ sɛ obi abɛnya bi adwodwo ne kɔma kama na yɛaba amammerɛ fie deɛ a na wɔsɛ amammerɛ so ɛda adi ɛno nti yɛwɔ nananom bi ɛwɔ yɛn ntam a yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ atwekafoɔ no ɛbɛgye nananom taataa yɛde ɔmo aba soro ha na sɛ wokɔ internet so na sɛ yɛka Adinkra lecture abakɔsɛm a wotu w'ani a wahu sɛ nana ɔdom ase mahemaa onie nana hyira hemaa onie afei nana sunyan mahene si anan mu a ɔno nso bɛsi nana mu wɔ magyina ase no so nana so onie. Saka sabio yɛka amammerɛ ho asɛm deɛ a gasɔfoɔ deɛ sabio ɛyɛ dɛn na yɛhu n'anim hɔ nanso yɛba bɛhu sɛ amammerɛ sɛbi ɛnyɛ abosonsom sɔfopɔn yɛ a Ghana ha nyinaa kristofoɔ ku a yɛfɛ no Christian Council ɔda no General Secretary of the Christian Council of Ghana ɔno ɛna bi no so sɛ ɔbɛkasa fa amammerɛ ɛho ɛkyerɛ yɛn nti ɛbere mu mede boaboa mo sɛ metoo sa frɛ yɛsɔfo pɔn Reverend Dr. Abuna Opuni Frepong. Now, on here, Reverend.
Nana Suma Hine. Papa Dr. Wajimensa, we are former General Secretary Christian Council of Ghana. Nana num yewura num yenya wapa yense yenkasa medenchia efi Christian Council of Ghana asofo a ewo memu nyina ebrem mamenka bi ozu se benua osofo busia gyinantwi so ewa ha oye Presby College of Education ewo abetifi maybe a cabinet principal say that's why a principal also for so ewa ha na ni jina council na nemu ama nana utrinkwa na ya sha obose ebre so a danu a wa hye se obedi afahye no Christian Council of Ghana e beta wachi ye beba ukromo ho na ye pese e pene so se afibia wudi sa afahye no Christian Council of Ghana ne ya sofo ene ye ma wonga ye wade hye ne wonga ye wo baby ye befro mu nyina na ye ne wo edi. So formally we want to identify with the festival. Yeah, metre engoma na bibia metre engoma bia no me de Adinkra symbol ene to engoma no echi we bisia sane asante menhia ne okwapeman yeyi obi so be ohene a kwan ye ofa so esiesie no na otumi efro akonya ena mefa Adinkra symbol eto echi ngoma we so Christian Ministry of Advocacy says Christopher sorry ye kasama ne ontumi nkanasem ena no so mefa Adinkra edito echi me wo ngoma bi sa bebre wo baabi na enna ye Adinkra lecture edikan but then I was so library or baby. May the sound maybe no more, not far. I was here for a brain tea. Yasmin Casa 25 minutes. Simedu no Nanso, Metaso. Name said that she brought of Frobisua. Massivia me one Mecca. Near next line. Near Tennessee, Ghana ha Christo Sum Aboyem Pa. Say young woman, say Apomudin, a better number what them had. Say hospitals, ne clinics, and what Ghana had in our Kabomwa. A Mwedria 40% of all health facilities in Ghana now belong to the churches. Almost all the best second cycle institutions in Ghana belong to the churches. And we must see papa what Ghana ha in school no enyina sorry ena etete na adia ama en sorry na tumi aye won adwuma wo Ghana ha no nyame na ye na so eye ahemfo ene amamre wo Ghana ha na nanom na ama ahemfo ama asori dwumadie no akoso mechira se. What I'm saying is Christianity has played a tremendous role towards development of this country. In the area of health, as at now, 40% of all hospitals, clinics in this country belong to the churches. Almost all the best second cycle institutions in Ghana belong to the churches. Universities name them, and we can continue and continue and continue. But we give glory to God. But if you want to find out one institution that has played a significant role in helping the churches to do what they've been able to do over the years, we give the credit to the chieftaincy institution, and I will explain later on. However, despite the significant contribution that the chieftaincy institution has played over the years, there seems to be a tremendous tension between Christianity and the chieftaincy institution. At the moment, there has not been a very good integration between our Christian faith and African culture, especially the chieftaincy institution. It's one area we have not been able to harmonize. A woman said, ahemfo na aboa nsɔre no nsase a de ama wɔn obodwa nananom tim sika a wɔde ama wɔn amoa yɛ adwuma no ba ɛbɛtɔ nimere yɛ yɛkasa yi nananom adaroma yɛwura wote adwam obroni bɛka tension twema mentwe ɛwɔ nananom ɛne nsɔre no ɛntɛm ekyiremɛkyire nsɔre no atumi ama ne obroni bɛka chaplain yɛyi sɔfo sɛ wɔnkɔhwɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ wei so yɛ schools a yɛyɛ ne nyinaa brekum bɛkyɛm baabi a wobɛkɔ no yɛma chaplain yɛma ɔsɔfo sɛ kɔhwɛ nkwalaa no wokɔ hospitals a yɛma ɔsɔfo sɛ patient a bɛba hospital no kɔhwɛ wɔn wokɔ prisons a yɛwɔ chaplains so go to the next slide yɛwɔ chaplain a yɛsɛ ɔnkɔhwɛ prison ɛfoɔ so ɛwɔ hospital dwom yɛwɔ chaplain ɛma dwomfoɔ ɛma parliament yɛwɔ chaplains wɔanim anananom adaroma sɛbio prostitute ahyɛwofoɔ koraa no yɛnsɔre no bi ahyɛ da ayi ɔsɔfo sɛ ɔnhwɛ ahyɛwofoɔ so Ghana nsɔre bebree baptist wɔ bi presbyfoɔ wɔ bi ɔsɔfo a ɔhwɛ ahyɛwofoɔ ɛso dr nin amodaako ɔyɛ council of state member ɔhwɛ sɛbio ahyɛwofoɔ tutufoɔ ma church yɛwɔ asɔfo a ɛhwɛ rural and urban overseas mibisa sɛ adɛn na bɛtɔ saa methodist church any chaplain na ɔbɔhwɛ nananom so adɛn na presby church how many palaces in our country today have chaplains? We have chaplains for almost anything, everything. Schools, hospitals, prisons, market, parliament, prostitutes even. Rural, overseas and all that. How come that we don't have traditional leaders, chaplains for them? Why? Now we need to probe into this. Because the church seriously has not been able to consider the palace as a mission field. Why we have been able to consider hospitals and schools and markets and all these places as mission fields and therefore want to give chaplains to them, we as a church, we have neglected the palace. Yet a suffer school, one prison, so soldier for police for them over suffer. Yet for why you Sa who might say, yet the suffer